Hi everybody, Lynn Cox, Rapid Transformational Therapist here. So I've been meaning to get online to chat a little bit more about my 28-day weight wellness program, but I want to talk about something first because a really excellent article came by my way. So ParticiPACTION, for some of you in my age set, you'll remember from back in the day, Hal and Joanne. They're basically a group that encourages physical activity. They really promote the importance of physical activity. So anyway, long story short, it came to my attention that they've just penned an open letter to the government of Canada. So I just signed it. I've shared it on my LinkedIn and I'm sharing it here because they bring up some really good points. And I'm just going to highlight a few of them before I, launch into talking about why a program like my weight wellness program might be good for some of you who are thinking about changing some of your habits. So they start off with pointing out that, we went to the polls in September and prioritizing and promoting physical activity can really help the Canadian government with overall physical health and a brighter future. I absolutely agree with that. So they talk about the fact that, our culture has changed dramatically over the course of the past 50 years when this organization first started up. I mean, we're working from home, there's so much automation, we can get everything and anything that we may possibly need just delivered to our homes. So we've had a decrease overall in physical activity and much more of a sedentary lifestyle. And so any of you who work for organizations who have, HR departments, there's a lot of talk about ergonomic setups, etc., etc. But really getting up and moving, like our bodies, we're hunters and gatherers by nature. Our bodies are designed to move, they're designed to walk, to run, to climb, etc. So we are built that way. That's really what our physiology is built for. So they point to that. They also give some stats here, which is really unfortunate. So they do say only 16% of adults and 39% of children and youth in Canada are even just meeting recommended physical activity levels. So those are pretty low levels. And, you always feel better when you do some physical activity. I know most people, people who I speak to and clients who I've had, I'm thinking of one person in particular, working professional, working from home, a lot of meetings scheduled on her computer. And, I was trying to work with her to work in different points throughout the day where she could take some just even brief movement breaks. And she said to me, I absolutely can't do it in the day. I'm in like meetings back to back. And it was the expectation of their company that they're always on video with their cameras on. So one thing I always think of is if organizations and corporations are really interested in actually helping their employees be healthier, why not do some things like suggest people, go on their cell phones and don't have their cameras on and be able to move while they're having a meeting, or not book meetings back to back. I mean, book a 10 to 15 minute kind of breather in between meetings. Give people a chance to get up and move around. So I think there's a lot of lip service paid, quite frankly, in the corporate world to health and wellness with their employees, and I think a lot more could actually be done. But in this letter, they do point to the fact that physical inactivity is one of the leading risk factors for chronic diseases and death worldwide. They have a link to it. There's also an economic impact number here that they point to. Physical inactivity costs our healthcare system over $6.8 billion a year. That is absolutely outstanding. That's a really astronomical number. And then they talk about people being stressed out. So with Canadians, 40% of Canadians saying that their mental health has deteriorated since the pandemic, and that those numbers are actually higher for vulnerable groups. So, being inactive, being sedentary, never good for anybody. I know that a lot of people have a lot of responsibilities work responsibilities, kids that you need to be watching and taking to different activities. But the one thing I do know is that we do always tend to care for that which we love. So often we'll treat others better than we'll treat ourselves. We'll care for our children more than we'll care for ourselves. So, I just urge people, if you want to make some changes in that area, feel free to reach out. The weight wellness program that I offer, I'm taking some individual participants for January 2022, and I will have a small group registration opening up as well. It's a really supportive environment to work on uncovering whatever that root cause issue is that is prohibiting you from prioritizing your health and wellness. It's not actually about quote unquote losing weight, it is about getting healthy in your body, loving and appreciating your body, and taking good care of your body. So I think this open letter is fantastic. I signed it, I shared it on my story, and I'll share it again. And I'm trying to see how many signatures they've had. I can see thank you for signing the letter. Anyway, check it out. And I know that it's, getting colder here in Canada, and we've had the time change, and it gets darker and we get a little more tired. But you don't have to be hitting the gym or, working out for an hour or 2 hours. I mean, today I jumped rope inside here for 10 minutes. Upon waking up, I do the five Tibetan rites, which I am going to share with the video because it's absolutely phenomenal. A phenomenal workout, a spiritual practice as well with a lot of great breath work. 15 minutes, take my dog for a few walks a day, and there you go. That's actually more than a daily recommended intake. So it's not about grinding it out at the gym, spending a long time. It's just about actually using your body for what it's designed to do. And it has, movement and activity has immeasurable results on our bodies, as well as our emotional state, our mental wellness, and also when you're doing it in community, it's really fantastic too. It's so nice to go for a walk with a friend or a loved one, and walking and talking can be a great way to catch up, and something that's really safe to do. Just bundle up. So anyway, just wanted to share that with you, and yeah, feel free to reach out if you're interested in some help, some tips, some tricks, and here's to your health and wellness.